Survival of the disciplinest. You might have heard of a concept called the will to prepare to win. And basically that means, as it kind of implies by the title, that as they say, victory doesn't happen in competition, it happens in preparation. That those that have the desire and the will to be disciplined, to prepare the best, wind up winning because they just get in the best shape, the best condition, the best mindset. And I want to talk about that a little bit. So Joyce Meyer has a concept, which I agree with also, which is related to this, which is, she just says to be successful, I don't know if she uses exactly this terminology, but just do what needs to be done. She says if the car needs to be washed, wash it. If the bed needs to be made, make it. So what happens is most people in life, in my experience, I mean, there's variations, but they do what they want to do, and they sometimes do what they have to do, but not always. And I think really disciplined people, they just are laser focused on doing what needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. Like, I also agree with going with your feelings to a certain degree, because like the law of attraction, if you feel good. So let me merge those two together in a way that is not intuitively obvious. The most successful people learn to love the things that they don't naturally love but need to do. So it's kind of like a process. Like it's kind of like push-ups. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger in a famous video, The Six Secrets to Success, quotes Muhammad Ali and says, "How many push-ups do you do?" He says, "I don't start doing them until it starts hurting. Then I start counting." And Arnold Schwarzenegger's point was that you have to be, excuse me, you have to be basically, woke up with a sore throat today. I think I need a glass of water. But anyway, basically you have to, but I feel good. I feel great. Basically, you just have to, you just have to condition yourself to love the process, love the hard work. Life is a journey, not a destination. The people that are most successful feel joy, but they feel joy in just getting things done. They feel joy in just completing things, doing excellent quality work. I know for myself, like I've conditioned myself to just love the things that I don't naturally love. I mean, how do you do that? How do you develop a love? See, if you just do the things, but you hate what you're doing, and you just force yourself to do it because you know that it's necessary, then you're going to stop after a while. It's like people that go on diets and they go up and they go down because they don't really enjoy the diet. So you have to, I'm not saying playing mental tricks with yourself. You have to recondition your whole mind that you enjoy the journey, you enjoy the process, you enjoy getting things done, you enjoy being disciplined, you feel like, I used to be a runner, run marathons, and now I just walk every day. I walk like a half an hour, whatever I time. And I just love walking. I mean, I love the actual walking because I can think, but I also just love I never miss a day. I mean, I'm not never is too strong a word. Like if it's raining, I'm not going to go out in a downpour. If it's a light drizzle, I might take an umbrella. But, I'm not crazy about it. But I love the discipline of every day, okay, these are just the things I want to do, I need to do, and I do them. And they say, the idea of life, survival of the fittest. It's not the fittest. Like even Darwin said, I mean, it depends how you define fittest probably, but it's the species that are most adaptable, the most flexible. Because what happens is what happened to you yesterday for your success is not what's going to make you successful today and tomorrow. So people, they say, become victims of their own success. They think that what worked. Another variant of that is that what got you here is not going to get you there. That, you always have to be learning, growing. That's why Carol Dweck's the growth mindset. It's like you can't just rest on your laurels. I mean, these are all just a lot of different ways of saying the same thing. That you always have to be looking at where things are going tomorrow. One thing I heard along these lines that really impacted me is they said, for business and for life, if you were starting your business over today, what would you do? I mean, Jeff Bezos calls it a day one business because it's a mindset. What happens is we get into these legacy systems. We get into these legacy systems not only in business, but in our relationships, either with our spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, family members. We say, this is our story. This is my story with my brother. This is my story with my father. This is my story with my wife. or my husband, and we don't look at things with fresh eyes. Like if we woke up every day, but it takes like a lot of personal responsibility to say like, I'm not just going to rely on habits, but I'm actually going to think and strategize and listen to God, in terms of what my path is for the day. I mean, people want to be a little bit lazy. There's discipline in body, and then there's discipline in mind, and then there's discipline in spirit. If you want to be disciplined in spirit, then you can't be jealous, you can't be resentful. You have to believe that the universe has your back, as Gabby Bernstein says it is for your good. If you want to be disciplined in your mind, you have to be focused on what you want, not what you don't want. A lot of people are so focused on what they don't want that the law of attraction is just bringing them more and more and more of what they don't want. So it's like you can either get into a negative cycle or you can get into a positive cycle. So if you want to be successful in life, if you want to be happy, learn to love every aspect of your life and learn to do the things that need to be done, but learn to love it. If you can do that, you're well on your way.